Future time clauses. Take a look at these three sentences. When I got to my office, I ate a bagel. When I get to my office, I eat a bagel. When I get to my office, I'm going to eat a bagel. Now, can you place these words in the correct sentence in the blank spaces after office? In the first sentence, we should say, yesterday, and you know this because we have two past tense verbs. In the second sentence, we should use every day, and you know this because we have two simple present tense verbs, which indicate a habit. And finally, in the last sentence, we should use tomorrow because we have the future tense here, and wait a minute, this isn't future tense. This will be the focus of our lesson today. This is a time clause. It starts with a conjunction that indicates time. In a time clause that expresses the future, we cannot use future tense. Let's watch a quick video where Emily and I talk about a future event.
Hey!
Hey!
It's the day we've been waiting for.
Bagel Day!
Oh, I love free food and stealing food too.
You know I can't be mad at you on Bagel Day!
What's this?
What?
A text from Tammy. You'd better hurry. There is only one bagel left in the office.
Oh, that bagel is mine. When I get to the office, I'm gonna take that bagel before you.
Not if I get there first. When you get to the office, I'll already be eating that bagel.
I don't think so. By the time you get to the office, I will have already destroyed that bagel. I'm out of here.
Listen again to the first time clause that we heard. You will see the words on the screen. Try to identify the tense that is underlined.
Oh, that bagel is mine. When I get to the office, I'm gonna take that bagel before you.
This is simple future tense.
Mine.
Now, try to identify this next tense.
Not if I get there first. When you get to the office, I'll already be eating that bagel.
This is future progressive tense.
What?
And finally,
I don't think so. By the time you get to the office, I will have already destroyed that bagel.
this is future perfect tense.
That was a good bagel. Fun.
Here are the three sentences that we just heard. Now, focus on the first clause, the time clause. Notice that the verbs here are all identical and they are all in simple present tense. All of our actions will occur in the future. We will both get to the office, but in this situation, Emily will arrive first. Then she will take the bagel right when I get there. Even though these are both in the future, we cannot use the future tense in the time clause. Use present tense. Here, in the future progressive, first I'll arrive and I will start eating. She will arrive and interrupt my eating. We still use simple present in the time clause. And in the final scenario, the action of eating will be finished before I arrive. Everything is in the future, but the verb in the time clause remains the same. By now, you should be able to tell me what's wrong with this sentence. We cannot use future tense because this is a time clause. The correct sentence is, when I finish this course, I will start the next course. Here are some words that we can use to start a time clause. You should be aware that this is not an exhaustive list. Here's another example in the future. Emily and I will be friends again by the time we leave the office today. This time, the time clause comes after the independent clause. The time clause can come first or second. It doesn't matter. Just remember to never use the future in a time clause. Take a look at these two sentences. My brother will graduate next year. Before that, I will start a new job. Let's combine these using a time clause. By the time my brother graduates, I will have started a new job. Don't forget that the verb must agree with the subject. So, in simple present tense, we need to add s to the verb graduate for a third person singular subject. Here's another example. Both of these verbs are in future progressive. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., I will be working. My brother will be sleeping. If we combine these with a time clause, just get rid of will, but keep the progressive aspect. Just use present progressive. While my brother is sleeping, I will be working. Let's try one more. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., I will have been working for an hour. My brother will have been sleeping for an hour. It would be very uncommon to hear this phrase since this verb tense, future perfect progressive, is rarely used, but let's give it a try. Just get rid of the future aspect. Our new sentence is, when I have been working for an hour, my brother will have been sleeping for an hour.